This is the Rebel Call channel. Welcome to today's show. I have to cover this. This was shared over on the website about a recent article about how AI is emerging and Honolulu's time to become a smart city is now. Now, of course, the first thing everybody's going to think of is everything that just occurred in Maui. And that's 100% true. Everybody should think of that because they deliberately, not only do all of these globalists own all the land in Maui, they've apparently have the right to buy and steal land from civilians because that's what they're doing. Not only that, but of course we saw them literally give people an ultimatum to get out of the land, to leave the land, or else. And the or else was, well, we will use government military weapons on the civilians and we'll blame it on the climate because we can get away with it. So we saw Maui obviously get hit with a direct energy weapon, one of the more obvious attacks on civilians that we've seen in our lifetime. Now, we've seen quite a few. But Maui is one that they've swept under the rug. They don't bring attention to it anymore. They don't bring Oprah out anymore. They probably can't even believe the backlash, but they don't really care. Hence, we saw what just happened in Texas a few months later, a few weeks ago, and we saw what happened in Chile, right? So AI emerging in Honolulu, they're saying it's time to become a smart city. That's because this is all done by design. Done by design. This article from August 20th, 2018 from the World Economic Forum's website. How Hawaii plans to be the first U.S. state to run entirely on clean energy. Okay, this has been the plan from the get-go. Now, you have to understand, people will not give up their rights to government the way that people would imagine, right? We're not going to come to your door with a gun and tell you that you got to turn your water off in some sense. You're going to give up your rights by allowing the technology to control all that stuff without you realizing that eventually you're not going to have control of doing these things. You're not going to be able to turn your shower on without their say-so, and you're going to get allotted time to do it. You're not going to be able to flush your toilet without them saying so, right? So the plan was always for Hawaii to be the first test run, which is part of the reason that Hawaii is being completely taken over by all these globalists. From Oprah to Zuckerberg, Bezos, they scooped up the land, and then they tried to force people out by telling people, look, we'll buy your land up. We'll buy your land, just go, leave the... And they all said, we're not going anywhere. And they said, okay, well, we'll now fry you out because we control the military. We control all of it. And they fried people out. But the plan has always been to turn Hawaii into a major smart city. All of the islands are going to have their own smart cities on them, okay? So Lahaina is going to be built back as one. They're just going to quietly tell you in little ways. Honolulu has been the plan for the first big one in the United States. The World Economic Forum told us. So now we have articles out there where they're trying to convince people that this is what we need. So here's an article from local news in Honolulu. Not many people outside of a smart city know or understand what a smart city is. I do. A smart city has the ability to integrate information and communication tech in order to improve the quality and performance of urban services such as energy, transportation, and utilities so that there's a reduction in resource consumption, wastage, and overall cost. So I always talk about how they word these articles. When a person reads an article like that, they automatically will dismiss any conspiracy theory because, first of all, their brain doesn't even know how to process what they've just read. They hear words like integrate information and communication technologies in order to improve the quality and performance of urban services. They're like, oh, okay. Sounds like they're just trying to improve stuff. It's easier for them to believe that than to believe that the government will be shutting off your electricity on a daily basis as if you were a prisoner in a jail cell, because that's exactly what they're going to do. But that's too hard for people to actually believe. So they're using all types of psychological operations on them, including propaganda like this. So the article says, so basically today what we view as a smart city is these kinds of things. Each city has its own interpretation of what a smart city is. So each smart city is a bit different depending on how the people want to set it up. The backbone of a smart city is Internet of Things framework. This is where devices are interconnected, which allows for efficient data collection, real-time analysis, and management of city assets. It goes on to say, in cities like Tokyo, for the Tokyo Olympics, they use the smart city concept as a link between transportation systems, commerce systems, credit cards, and commerce systems, telemedicine, and transportation systems. These all intersect in such a way to construct public safety, right? So if you're not smart enough, if you continue to go through life trying to think in your mind that you're in a utopian society, like, right? You don't want to face the facts that these people are all wicked. That's the hardest part for people to realize. So when they hear stuff like this, they just will automatically accept commerce cities, credit cards, commerce systems, transportation systems. But what they don't realize is when they say the Internet of Things, they're also telling you at the same time about an Internet of Bodies. They're talking about connecting human beings to this system. Okay, and that's what the Internet of Bodies is. The Internet of Things. You're a part of it. They just haven't told you yet in a way that you'll understand. They're just easing you into it to where you have the technology on your skin. You're wearing wearable tech. And the next thing you know, it is inside your body. And all the warnings you heard from people like me, you still won't realize because you'll say, that's still a conspiracy. What's the big deal? It was on my watch, now it's in my body. It's perfectly safe. I saw Beyonce or Kim Kardashian doing it on one of their TV shows, and it was fine. They were safe, and now I'm doing it. You're out of control. You're a conspiracy nut. They will refuse to believe truth. They continue to refuse to believe truth. So let me show you a clip here that I've used because really, if we think about branding, the way the smart cities are going to be set up, they're going to be brand cities, right? I talked about how Disney, I did on the, over on the website, I talked about how Disney is building out these like Disney communities. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard of them, where a lot of these adults, go to live in these Disney cities because they're obsessed with Disney. They refuse to face reality. They're mainly liberals, let's be real. Weak people who don't want to face what's going on. So they want to go there and have breakfast with Mickey Mouse and walk around the magic, living in lollipop land, right? They're going to build out smart cities like that. And they're also going to build out smart cities with brands, right? So there's a reason that they want you to trust and rely so much on Amazon, on Apple, right? These are trusted brands. There's a reason that they want you so obsessed and inundated with Disney, Star Wars. Those will be themes that are attached to it. But this is a clip I've used in the past that everybody needs to see. Because really the way Amazon is being set up right now is for a smart city. Amazon is going to, and Amazon has openly talked about Amazon smart cities, okay? This is what it's going to look like. It's total enslavement. We're talking about no human interaction, deliveries. Think about everything Amazon has their hand in, okay? From the devices in your home, the devices on your front door, the Ring, to Amazon recently having Amazon Medical, okay? Everything is going to run through technology. Everything. This is what this hell is going to look like.
If you want to see what Amazon's city of the future will look like, then there are 3 areas you should explore. The first is shipping. How Amazon is planning to teleport goods into your hands, from creating its own Uber network of drivers to the downtown drone. The second one is that Amazon is not only in the business of selling products, but also in the business of helping you make decisions. And lastly, there is Alexa. With the use of your voice, you can control anything and everything. As Amazon is planning to integrate Alexa into each hotel's own network of services, so instead of having a high-tech Amazon hotel, it is modifying and programming Alexa to work in different hotels using the services they have. Alexa, make a booking for me at the salon this morning. One day Alexa could follow you around from place to place, so if you go to a different hotel, it will know what temperature you like the room to be. The challenge for Amazon, though, is how they keep Alexa with you when they don't operate the mini computer in your pocket, i.e. your phone. But with a voice assistant, you don't need a physical screen, so Alexa could recognize your voice and follow you around from room to room, place to place. They are pushing hard and having Alexa programmed into existing systems and spaces, as you can't ask your phone, please send up a bathrobe, since it won't have any idea what you're talking about. But with Alexa in the hotel room, it is possible. When you go to a hotel room or when you are in an Amazon Go store, since you don't need a screen, this could clear your way for completely different devices. Amazon has started selling by invitation only the Echo Loop, which is a Ring, and Echo Buds, which are earphones, both of which you can use with Alexa. Now, although Amazon is a delivery company, but according to Jeff Bezos, Amazon is not in the delivery business or in the business of selling products. Amazon is in the business of helping you make shopping decisions. Amazon started by selling books. It then allowed customers to leave reviews, positive or negative, which is now standard. But it was very controversial, back to which Jeff Bezos said that book publishers didn't like having their books reviewed like that, and that maybe Amazon should only publish the positive reviews. I believe you have to be willing to be judged or misunderstood if you're going to innovate, because he knew that the negative reviews help people make easier and faster buying decisions. These days, companies use those negative reviews to make their products better day by day. There is an entire list of Amazon's distinct offerings aiming to make it easier for people to make purchases. For instance, there is Prime Wardrobe, a service that will deliver clothes that you like. You can try them on and return the pieces that you don't want, and then pay only for what you keep. Or how about a Prime Wardrobe where stylists choose the clothes for you so you don't have to search and you can try them on at home? Or if you need someone to clean your home, do home improvements, do yard work, or set up your electronics, Or how about buying a house? Another area that Amazon is dipping its toes into the service is called Turnkey, which will connect you with a high-rated, pre-vetted real estate agent in your area. And when you close a deal to buy a house, you will receive $1,000 to $5,000 worth of Amazon products and home services for your new home. Would Amazon take this concept of helping people buy their homes even further? In the past, Jeff Bezos and his early teammates would struggle to back books by hand, and it was a chaotic time where the packages would be delivered late. But now things have turned, and we have 2-day shipping, 1-day shipping, and even 2-hour free shipping. All of this is possible because Amazon is expanding its reach. They even own their own delivery system of around 20,000 delivery vans, 300 semi-trucks, and not only this, but Amazon has its own airline of over 50 planes to allow worldwide shipping. Amazon has also targeted the malls to make them into shipping centers because of how populated they are. Amazon also has their own robotics division, which was once called Kiva. They build numerous robots for the shipping centers where they have robots specifically designed for driving and lifting goods once ready for delivery. They are then sent using one of Amazon's vans or its own Uber, which is called Amazon Flex, which allows people to work through its app by picking up a batch of Amazon's deliveries that they can then drive and deliver to people's doorsteps. Amazon has even provided us the facility to schedule the time of picking up the packages. The 2-hour delivery has gone from a luxury to become even faster. How? By using drones, which will take only 30 minutes to deliver packages under 5 pounds within a 15-mile radius. The first primary delivery was made in 2016 in Cambridge, England, but the delivery distance then became a challenge. Since the fulfillment centers are located outside of the cities, using drones is a challenge. Amazon's patented idea is flying warehouse blimps that can fly closer to delivery areas, allowing drones to float down with packages, saving energy. The second idea they came up with is to engage streetlights by fitting the docking station on top of them. That will allow drones to charge their batteries and could deliver packages in no time. The next idea was to shift the centers downtown in a multi-story building, giving drones the access to fly in and out. The multi-story building will have Amazon retail stores where people can make instant purchases of products that would be available in mass and different brands. Amazon sells their own products, and they have a high reach among people because of their low price and good quality. They have snack foods, Mama Bear for baby items, and more than over 50 brands just for clothing. Franklin and Freeman for men's shoes, and Scout & Row for children. For women's fashion, Amazon brands include Lark & Row for everyday and work, where Luna Coalition fashion for athletic leisure wear and daily ritual. But since people are not keen on buying clothes, online shopping makes up 10% of shopping, out of which only 2% belongs to grocery shopping, which is why Amazon is going to expand more into real-world stores by mixing their e-commerce knowledge, data, and money with real-world stores to create hybrid shops. The tech they have built for their high-tech fulfillment centers is also making its way into the stores. Currently, there are 500 Whole Food stores, and for Amazon, 4-star stores, which sells highly rated Amazon products. There are also 18 Amazon Go stores, the stores with no cashiers or lines, as cameras and sensors track where products you end up taking and charge your Amazon account as you leave the store. Amazon has already partnered with Hyundai in South Korea and building a department store with the Just Walk Out technology. Amazon right now could stock entire town streets full of stores. They already have all the shop brands online, from baby and women's clothing to kitchen goods and electronics. Will it be just a matter of time before they all appear in buildings that you can walk into and shop instantly? And when you walk into these stores, not only will there be no lines and checkouts, but will you have your own personal assistant following you around? Alexa? Alexa, where is the chocolate section? Alexa, does this store have this dress in medium? Alexa, take me to the Nutella section. Priya A. Bonney, the director of Amazon's voice service, says Alexa is everywhere, and the inspiration came from the Star Trek computer, where you ask it things, ask it to do things for you, and ask it to find things. Typing on a screen is slow and will be seen as a thing of the past. Taking its place will be your voice, which is fast. Jeff Bezos says you still need to find your phone, open the app, get to the right screen, and turn on your light. But with Alexa, you can simply ask Alexa, turn on the side lamp. Back in the old days, you would listen to the news on the radio, and you didn't need a screen. The difference now is that you are in control with your voice. asking Alexa to tell you the news highlights of the day as you get ready for work. And this allows for faster processing. With voice control, you can now multitask. You can turn on the heating in your car while you are in the kitchen. You can unlock your front door for a repair person while at work. Or you can preheat your oven while you're getting out of the shower, all by using voice commands today. Alexa has been integrated into over 20,000 devices. You can ask Alexa to have the Roomba start cleaning with an Echo Auto. Or a car with Alexa built in, you can ask it to open the garage door while you approach your driveway. There are smart Wi-Fi routers, so you can ask Alexa to pause the Wi-Fi to your children's devices. And as you get ready for bed, you can ask Alexa to turn on your warmer. Amazon is now working on making Alexa more flexible, where she might open the blinds, tune on some music for you in the morning while you get ready for the office, or maybe you can have your own little Alexa helper to follow you around the house. Alexa, wipe the water from the floor. Amazon is also working with different car companies such as Ford, BMW, and Audi. But the question is, would Amazon buy a car company in the future and install Alexa to work in each car? Alexa, set car to sports mode. This is already being done with hotels. You have Alexa for hospitality, which turns Alexa into your own butler and concierge. One day in the future, you could be walking down the street and pass by all kinds of stores that have no lines. And as you look up, you see drones going in and out of the buildings, making deliveries. You walk into a store, and as you look at the clothes, you ask Alexa, can you ask them to bring this to me in a small? Back at home, you ask Alexa, order my weekly groceries, while your Alexa assistant is bringing you a coffee in the middle of your game. Another big area that Amazon has gotten into is the health industry, with the help of Alexa being developed into a healthcare assistant that can help people manage common illnesses and set a reminder to take medicine on time. They have been supplying hospitals for a number of years, making it easier for hospitals to make purchases, while Amazon Basic Care is over-the-counter medications, such as painkillers, cough drops, and allergy medicine that you can buy on Amazon.com. And since Amazon does not have to spend on expensive marketing, they can have lower prices. PillPack, a company that Amazon bought, is an online pharmacy that delivers medicines. When it comes to services that makes it easier for people to buy groceries, there is Prime Pantry, an Amazon Fresh Prime Pantry. Lets you skip your grocery trip and buy snacks, drinks, and home goods online with Prime shipping, while Amazon Fresh handles all of the fresh foods, such as vegetables, dairy, and meat, with same-day delivery. And for other everyday items, Amazon is making it easier for customers to make buying decisions. Amazon always likes to be 2 steps ahead than others. So now Amazon is apparently working on a waist-high robot that will be an Alexa on wheels. They already have robots running their warehouses. So when will they make their way into our homes? There is a smart door lock that is another one of Amazon's services. Not only is Amazon operating cargo ships and their own airline, they even have tows in your home to complete the whole delivery chain. So why not have Alexa approve delivery people that your front door opens for, and your mini Alexa home robot takes care of your packages and stores them away for you? When you get home, you could give the Alexa helper a cup to put into the smart dishwasher while you're sitting in the living room, or give it your bags to put into your car. And the day will come when you have 100% control over such things as your car. By using your voice, you could ask Alexa to roll up the windows or change your destination. How about asking Alexa to help you find parking spots and pay for parking, something Amazon has already gotten into. So the Amazon city of the future would be Alexa dominated.
So when I see that, I see a living hell. I see a living hell, and other people won't, because other people are going to think in their minds, they're going to be like, well, why would the government care what I do? Why would the government? Once you give them and seize control, and you give control to the technology, then all they need to do is create more false flags, more psyops, and tell you about your carbon footprint over and over and say, look, we have to shut your electricity off. It's the least you could do. Everybody else is doing it. You need to do it. And you're supposed to believe it. And then you think in your mind that you're doing it because of the climate. And you don't realize that it's wicked people who are imprisoning you for no reason. And your brain is going to refuse to accept that because you love and trusted in all this stuff so much so that you would rather think in your mind that you're a good person giving up your freedoms because you care about other people and you're so self-righteous, when in reality, it's just like you're literally giving up your rights as a human being, your human rights, to a bunch of psychopaths who should be in penitentiaries, okay? So Honolulu is going to look like that. Most cities are. Now, they're not going to look like that to the people who are asleep, because they're just going to hear these small integrations. Did you know that they have smart street lights now? Did you hear that they have smart waste management in the city? Oh, yeah, I heard. Did you hear that now this one's got a smart camera here? Think about how desensitized people have come to CCTV. I mean, for those of you that don't know, some of you might be too young to remember when they started talking about CCTV in the UK, mandating it, everybody was like, whoa, this is ridiculous. You're having a camera on every street corner. Well, I've talked about why all these crime shows have become so popular. Part of the reason that they've promoted and pushed it is because they're showing you how CCTV is stopping crime. So people out there have turned on the police by design, even though the police are compromised and they're doing it deliberately. So to believe that, hey, there's criminals running amok. Look at all this technology, how it's saving lives. Wow, we can live in smart cities. We'll have these cameras. There won't be crimes allowed to be committed anymore. Nobody will be armed, et cetera, et cetera. And they're now accepting of all this smart tech. Then so much so they're putting it in their home and on their front doors to protect themselves. In other words, to enslave themselves. So Honolulu, we were already told that they would be one of the trial runs, but really the World Economic Forum told us that the plan has always been since 2018. Now it's 6 years ago. To be the first U.S. state to run entirely on clean energy, one of the first U.S. states to have its own smart city implemented. And they've been quietly doing it in Honolulu. I've covered it many times over, where they've put in smart meters. They've put in a lot of smart technology in the city. They're doing it in New York as well now with, paying a fine to come in and out of the cities. These are all part of what a smart city is going to be like. It is not for your convenience. It is to contain you, it is to imprison you, and it is to control your movement. That's all that it is. And the more people think that this is good for them, well, clearly the dumber they're becoming. I guess they're drinking their daily dose of fluoride if they think that this is a good way to live. But a lot of these people are convinced that there can be utopia, that there will be. They don't realize basic human instinct and how humans interact with others, that in these utopian cities, there's still going to be conflict. There's still going to be me, more than ever, me. That human beings are going to grow. They're already growing so cold from one another. These cities are going to be death traps for these people. They're going to be chaos and no one's going to be able to leave. So that's what it looks like, folks. Hell on earth coming to Honolulu sooner than later. I thank you for being here, everybody. Hope you're all well. God bless you as always and your families.